सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। Hari Om to all. Today is a very auspicious occasion of Vasanta Panchami, as you must be aware of. Today is the worship of Devi Saraswati. Vasanta Panchami, very important day. So we will see one beautiful shloka written by Kalidasa himself on Bhagavati Saraswati. We will chant the shloka. Please repeat after me. Manikya-veena-mupalayantim Madalasam-manjulavagvilasam Mahendra-neeladyuta-komalangim Matanga-kanyam manasa smarami. Together. Manikya-veena-mupalayantim Madalasam manjulavagvilasam Mahendra-neeladyuta-komalangim Matanga-kanyam manasa smarami. This is a beautiful shloka written by Sri Kalidasa, the great poet Mahakavi Kalidasa, in the composition called Shamala Dandakam. I think some of you may be aware of this text Shamala Dandakam. And she sometimes, in some of the traditions like in Kerala, etc., sometimes the L is pronounced as L. Though in Sanskrit there is no such letter, but in other languages we have L. We have in Marathi also L is there, Tamil also is there, Kerala, Malayalam also, of course it is there. So, sometimes it will be pronounced like that. Manikya Veenam Upalalayantim Lalayantim Madalasam Manjula Vagvilasam Mahendra Neeladyuta Komalangim. See, sometimes you will hear, that's not a problem, it's just different traditions. Now, let us see the meaning. So, the story goes something like this. I am not going to elaborately tell the full story. They say Kalidasa, I think everybody knows who was Kalidasa. Anybody who is studying Sanskrit, we know who is Kalidasa. It's a great, great poet. They say that he could not express what he knew or what he felt in words. So that flow of words was not there in the beginning. Kalidasa's beginning story. Okay. So, long story short, by the grace of Saraswati, he could compose so many texts. It is said that Bhagavati Saraswati herself, with honey, wrote on his tongue, and then the entire language, could flow through Kalidasa. So that story is there, and therefore we will always see Kalidasa considering Saraswati as the mother, as the guru, etc. And therefore this verse, which is in praise of Bhagavati Saraswati. Let us see the simple meaning. Manikya Veenam. Veena is the string instrument that is there. I am sure you have seen. Anytime you see Saraswati's picture, there is a string instrument in her hand which is called as Veena. Veena Vadini. So Veena, which is Manikya, which is made up of gems. Very, very precious gems are studded in that Veena. Manikya Veenam Upalalayantim. She is playing with great love on that Veena, Manikya Veena. Upalalayantim. Lalayantim means playing. Upalalayantim means with lot of love, she is playing the Veena. Madalasam. Aha, what a beautiful thing to say. Madalasam. Most graceful. But the word is Madena Alasam. It is as though, see, this grace is very, very peculiar thing. Some people we look at and we say, how graceful, some people dancing, etc. We see how graceful. So in the grace, what is there, generally, there is a kind of easiness. Ease. Not isness, is, easiness. Ease is there. Isn't it in the grace that it is not hurried? It is not where somebody is putting lot of effort. No. The grace comes with effortlessness. So this Madena Alasam, alasal actually means laziness. But Madalasam means what? It is so graceful that ease with which she speaks, the ease with which she walks, everything is very graceful. That's what it means. Madalasam, most graceful. Manjula Vak Vilasam. Manjula is sweet. Vak is speech. Vilasam, but doing lot of sense, making lot of sense through her sweet speech. Means what? Who has sweet speech enriched with knowledge. Vilasa. She is creating so many things with her speech, but the speech is very sweet. Manjula Vak Vilasam. Mahendra Neela Dyuta Komalangim. Whose body, Komalanga, whose body is so soft that it is as though Dyuta, made up of Mahendra Neela. Is a blue gem which is found on Mahendra Parvata. Sapphire, what we call as sapphire. No, nowadays that sapphire gem is there, blue. You must have seen some people wear the ring with that sapphire stone. So her body is so soft as though made up of that gem. Mahendra Neela Dyuta Komalangim Matanga Kanyam. The daughter of Matanga Rishi. Matangi, one name of Saraswati is Matangi. Matanga Kanyam Manasa Smarami. Smarami, Aham Smarami. I remember with my mind, by my mind, this Matanga Kanyam, this Saraswati. Right? Now somebody will say, Vedji, how Saraswati is daughter of Matanga Rishi? Saraswati is generally considered as, born from Brahmaji and wife of Brahmaji, we say. How Matanga Rishi? So you see, there is a sampradaya in which Matangi, the Matanga Rishi's daughter, is considered to be Saraswati. It is what we can say as a Tantra Sampradaya. Tantra, earlier also we have seen, no? Tantra has got its own sampradayas, its own meanings are there. So according to that Tantra, this Matanga Kanya, this Matangi is Saraswati. Okay, is worshipped as Saraswati. It is the tantra form of Saraswati. Matangi is a tantric form of Saraswati. Okay, so to that Kalidasa is prostrating and he says, I remember that Matanga Kanyam, Matanga Rishi's daughter. Right? So now, Aham Manasa Smarami. I remember by my mind. And therefore, whom do I remember? All that is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So you can see Matanga Kanyam, Komalangim, Vilasam, Madalasam, Upalalayantim. Everything is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Right? So that Matanga Kanya, that Matangi, that Saraswati, I remember. And interestingly, if you see, all the words are starting with Ma. You must have said Manakya Veenam Upalalayantim, Madalasam, Manjulavagvilasam, Mahendra Niladyuta Komalangim, Matanga Kanyam, Manasa. Up to here everything. Smarami, Ma is there after half Sa. But almost all the words are starting with Ma. That's the beauty of Kalidasa, right? So with this, we prostrate to Mother Saraswati. Today is the day that she blesses all. Vasanta Panchami, Vasanta Ritu is started. The season also starts now, and Chaitra will soon come in next month, isn't it? So we prostrate to Mother Saraswati, and then we proceed. As you all know, Saraswati is the mother, is the goddess of both Buddhi and Vani. She is the goddess of the intelligence. She is also the goddess of the speech. And for Sanskrit language, we need both, right? And therefore, for us also, she is very, very important. We prostrate to her and then we proceed further. All right, let us chant the verse together once and then we will go forward. Manikya Veenam Upalalayantim Madalasam Manjulavagvilasam Mahendra Niladyuta Komalangim Matanga Kanyam Manasa Smarami. We prostrate to Saraswati. Chalo. Now, in the last session, we have completed Acha Sandhi, Swara Sandhi, and we took many classes to complete Swara Sandhi because it was first time. I understand now we are not going to take those many classes for completing the Sandhi. We will go a little faster. But Ach Sandhi, as I had explained earlier also, is very important and it comes so many times. Swara to Swara, Swara joining with Swara comes so many times. Therefore, though less number of sutras, but we really understood each and every sutra and how it is to be understood, how to make it, how to break it, everything. Sandhi as well as Sandhi Vicheda, everything we understood. We took a lot of examples also and charts also, everything we have seen for Acha Sandhi. Now, we are going to start with Vyanjana Sandhi, also called as Hala Sandhi. Now, before we enter, just reminding what is Acha Sandhi means what, Swara Sandhi means what, Ach plus Ach. Correct? When one Swara is joining with another Swara. Joining with means is in connection with, is in contact with. Sandhi, as we have seen, is only written together. Not many words are not becoming one or anything. Two letters are joining. Two letters are joining. So if both the letters are swaras, then it is called as Ach Sandhi. And we have seen all the combinations. A plus E, A plus U, A plus A, U plus A, everything, all kinds of permutations and combinations we have seen in this Ach Sandhi. Now, Vyanjana Sandhi, consonant to consonant or Hala Sandhi means what? If Hal is joining with Ach, or if Hal is joining with another Hal. Right? If Vyanjana is followed by Swara, or when Vyanjana is followed by another Vyanjana, then it is Hal Sandhi. This is Ach Sandhi. And when Ach is followed by Hal, then there is no Sandhi. We have seen this earlier. Ach means what? Suppose one swara is there and then the next consonant is there, then it is like writing this. A is swara, cha is consonant. There is no sandhi required. Because the moment swara is there, it is completed. Right? A, I, U, I, O, whatever is there is completed. Next consonant is written thereafter. There is no sandhi. Okay. So, ach plus ach sandhi we have seen. Now, hal, vyanjana, followed by swara or followed by vyanjana. In other words, when consonant is followed by any other letter, what sandhi will happen? That is called as hal sandhi. Okay. Clear? Now, one more thing. When we speak of vyanjana, hal, what are we talking about? Go back to when we saw the swaras and vyanjanas, and then we have also seen Maheshwar Sutras. Right? So, ayun, riluk, eong, ayauch. Up to this is swaras. Then hayavarat, lan. Right? So, starting from ha, or let us start from ya. Ya, va, ra, la. Hayavarat, lan. Then yamangananam. Then jhabanya ghadadash, jabagadash. Then khapa chatata chatatao, kapay, shashasar. Hal. Okay, this how we will keep it for now. But when we say vyanjana, what do we mean by vyanjanas? Ya, va, ra, la, which is called as antastha, semi-vowel. Antasthaha, correct? Then these are the varga aksharas. If you remember 5 by 5 matrix, kaka gaganga, chacha jajaya, tatadadana, tatadadana, papa babama. This 5 by 5. Column wise they are divided into C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. I hope you remember. Kachatatapa, Kachatatapa, Gajadadaba, Gajadadaba, and Yamanganana. Right? So C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and then Shashasaha are called as Ushmana. Ushmana. So 4 Antastha, 4 Ushmana, and 25 group letters, Vargaksharas. When we say Vyanjana, we are talking about these 33 things. Correct? Ha, why I have removed from here? Because it is included here. Therefore, I have removed from here. In the Maheshwar Sutra, it is there twice, but we don't have to include it twice. Once we have included, that is sufficient. So, we are talking about these 33 letters, consonants, what we are calling as consonants, hal. Why? Because it is starting with ha and ending with la pratyahara. Right? Shashasar, hal. So, from that ha to la, these vyanjanas, when these vyanjanas are followed by swara or other vyanjana, that is what is called as hal sandhi. All right. So far, okay. Right. This much introduction is sufficient. Now, let us see the sutra. So, as we have seen in Ach Sandhi, same way we are going to go. We will see the Panini Sutra. We will see from Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi a simple, what we call the meaning of the sutra, vritti. And then also we see what type of sandhi is happening, and then we will see in the box we will see the formula, visual representation, and then we will see the examples. Same way we are going to go. So the first sutra that we will be seeing, see in Vyanjana Sandhi, in Hal Sandhi, there are many sutras. Okay, we are not going to see all. We are only going to see those which are important and which we will need most number of times. Okay, so those are the important sutras which we will be seeing. They can be taught in many different orders. I am following one order. You will see why I am following this order as we go forward. Don't worry about that. Just whatever sutra is being taught, listen to that. Alright. Let us start with the first sutra. I will say, repeat after me. Jhalam Jasho'nte. Jhalam Jasho'nte. Jhalam Jasho'nte. What is the sutra saying? Padante jhalam jashah syuhu ashipare. What is this? Padante jhalam. So first what we need to understand, it is a halasandhi. It is bahisandhi. Bahisandhi means what? Outside the word. Not inside, within the word, but between two words. At the end of the word, the consonant is there, that is getting joined. Therefore, it is bahisandhi, and therefore the word padante is there. Padasya ante, at the end of the word, jhal that comes, that is going through some change. Sandhi is what? Some change is happening. But it is only for bahisandhi. It is nitya sandhi, it is compulsory, not vikalpa, not optional. It is a compulsory sandhi, and it is adesha sandhi. What is adesha? In place of one letter, another letter is coming. I hope you remember all these things. Yeah? You remember all these things? Alright, very good. Adesha, ekadesha, lopa, dvitva, prakriti bhava, etc. etc. Good, very good. So, what is the sutra telling now? Padante jhalam. Padanta jhal. Padanta jhal. Ashipare, when followed by ash, then that jhal changes to jash. What do you mean by that? Let us understand. Let us put it in a formula first. Padanta jhal followed by ash, then this jhal will change to jash. Clear? Now what do you mean by jhal? What do you mean by ash? What do you mean by jash? We have to go back to Maheshwara Sutra. That's why we memorized Maheshwara Sutras, right? Let us see what is jhal, etc. Jhabhanya. We are starting from jha. Jhabhanya, ghadadash. Jabagadadash. Khapha chatha tha. Chatata. Kapa. Chatatava kapaya. Shashasa. And ha. Okay. All halant, all consonants we are talking about. Jhal, starting from jha up to hal, up to end. So jhabhanya, ghadadash, jabagadadash, khapha chathatha, chatatav, kapaya, shashasar, hal. Means what? Means what are we talking about? C4, C3, C2, C1 and Ushmana. For this sutra, ignore this. Ignore this. Why? I will tell you. Focus on C1, C2, C3, C4. So when from group consonants, C1, C2, first four columns are followed by ash. Now what is this ash? Starting from a, so ayundraluk, eong, ayouch, everything. So all the swaras. Then yavarala, antasthas, C5 yamangananam, jhabhanya ghadadash, jabagadadash, C3, C4 and C5. When C4, C3, C2, C1 or C1, C2, C3, C4 is followed by any swara or antastha or C5 or C4 or C3, then all these will change to C3. Jash, Jabagadadash. This is what the sutra is telling. What is the sutra telling? If C1, C2, C3, C4 is followed by any swara or semi-vowel antastha or C5, C4, C3 up to C3, then the first letter will be converted into C3. Not when followed by C1 or C2. That we will see next. When the same thing followed by C1, C2, what will happen? It will change to C1. That we will see later. Right now what we are seeing, if the four columns are followed by any swara, any semi-vowel or C5 or C4 or C3, then this will change to C3. Often used sandhi. And that is why I told you to ignore for now shashasaha. Why? Because when you say C1, C2, C3, C4 will be changed to C3, they have corresponding C3. Isn't it? See, ka varga, cha varga, ta varga, ta varga, pa varga, ka cha ta ta pa. Correct? This is C1. But they have ka kha ga ganga, cha cha ja jaya, ta tha da dana, ta tha da dana, pa pha va va ma. Correct? Now all these will have their corresponding C3. For ka kha ga ganga, ga is the, sorry, I have to put, ga is the C3. For cha cha ja jaya, ja is the C3. Ta tha da dana, da is the C3. Ta tha da dana, da is the C3. Pa pha ba ba ma, ba is the C3. So this is what is going to result. For shashasaha, there is no corresponding C3. Therefore, for now, ignore this. Just focus on C1, C2, C3, C4 followed by any swara, any vowel, any semi-vowel, any C5, C4, C3. Then that C1, C2, C3, C4 will be replaced by C3. Okay? Let us see examples that will make everything very, very clear. Right. Let us see the examples. Vak Ishaha. Vak Ishaha. Vak Ka. Ka is C1. Okay. Ishaha. Next word is starting with E. E is Swara. So and Padanta, remember, outside the Pada. Vak is a separate Pada. Vak means speech. Isha means Lord. So the Lord of speech is called what? Vak plus Ishaha. Vagishaha. Vagishaha. So Ka is becoming C3. C1, C2, C3. Ka, Kha, Ga. Ka is becoming Ga. Vagishaha. Can you see what is happening? Ideally, what should have happened? Vak plus Ishaha. Simple joining if you do, it should become Vakishaha. Isn't it? Ka plus E ideally should become Ki. But no. This Sandhi Niyama says when Ka, which is C1, is followed by Swara, then that Ka will change to C3. Instead of Ka, it will become Ga. And therefore it is Vagishaha. Who is Vagishaha? Ganesha, generally called Ganesha's name is Vagishaha. I am sure you all have heard. There is one very famous Mangalacharana by Kalidasa. Vagartha viva sampraktau Vagartha pratipattaye Jagatah pitarau vande Parvati parameshwarau. I think Abhijnana Shakuntala is his drama. It's Mangalacharana, Nandi, what we call as Nandi. Nandi shloka is there. Vag artha viva. Vag arthau iva sampraktau. Vag artha pratipatya. There also vak plus artha becomes vagartha. Ka plus a becomes ga, not ka. Vak plus artha becomes vagartha. Vagarthau iva sampraktau. Vagartha pratipatyaye. That is what is called as Vagisha. Male deity, therefore Vagisha. Devi is called as Vageshwari. Vak plus Ishwari. Same logic. Ishwari, no? Isha is male form. Ishwari. Ishwari. Vak plus Ishwari. Vagishwari. Jayasharade Vagishwari. Marathi one song is there, very famous. Vidhikanyake Vidyamai Vagishwari. So Vag plus Ishwari, Vagishwari. It will become Gi. Ka will change to G. C3. Similarly, here you see Ach plus Antah. So many times we have used this word. Ajanta. Remember? Ajanta is what? The word, the Pratipadika that ends with Swara. Rama is Akaranta. Kavi is Ikaranta. Guru is Ukaranta. All of them were together called as Ajanta Nama, Ajanta Sarvanama. Remember? So Ajanta, how that J has come? Ach is Swaras. Antah. Ch plus A. Ch is C1. Anta is starting with Swara. So C1 plus Swara. C1 became C3. And therefore it became the Ch. Ch became J. Ch, Ch, J. Corresponding C3. Of that group, whatever is the C3, whatever is the middle letter, right? So Ajanta. Ajanta. How that Ajanta came? Ach, Antah, Ajantah. Which sutra? Jhalam, Jasho'nte. Jhalam, Jasho'nte. Right? Same way. Some more examples. Sup plus Antam, Subantam. Same. This now also we have seen. See? Tingantam, Subantam. Remember? Sup, Tingantam, Padam. Words are of two types. Those which end with Sup Pratyaya, those which end with Ting Pratyaya. Those which end with Sup Pratyayas are Nama, Sarvanama, nouns, etc. Those which end with Ting Pratyayas are Kriyas, verbs, etc. So Sup is the set of Pratyayas. I hope you remember all these things. Thus 21 Pratyayas. Su, Auja, Samautsas, Tabhyam, Bis, Gebhyam, Bes, Nasibhyam, Bes, Nas, Os, Am, Ni, Os, Sup. Those 21 Pratyayas, Vibhakti Pratyayas, what we call Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya. So Sup, Antam, Padam, therefore Antam. Here we were using Pullinga, here we are using Napunsakalinga because Padam, no, Padam is Napunsakalinga. So Antam, that which ends with Sup, is called as Subantam. Pa has changed to B, Pa, Pa, B. C1 has changed to C3. Similarly, Jagat plus Ishwaraha, Jagadishwaraha. See how many times we are using this. This is our everyday usage. Jagadishwara. Isn't it? Why Jagadishwara? Jagat is Takaranta Shabda. Jagat. Jagat means world. Ishwara means Lord. So Lord of the world should have become Jagatishwaraha. No, it doesn't become Jagatishwaraha. It becomes Jagadishwaraha. How that became the? Because of this sutra. Jhalam, Jasho'nte. Jagat is C1. Ishwara starting with Swara. C1 changed to C3. Ta changed to the. Ta, tha, the. And therefore Jagadishwaraha. Can you see this? Okay, so now when followed by Swara etc. we have seen. Now let us go forward. Tat plus Yatha. Tat is that. Yatha as. But Ya is Yavaral Antastha. So Tat is ending with C1 followed by Ya, which is Antastha. Therefore, Tat changed to the, and the plus Ya became this Dya, Tadyatha. Tadyatha. It is not becoming Tya. It is not becoming Tya. What is it becoming? It is becoming the plus ya, which is written like this. The ya. It is written like this. Tadyatha. Tadyatha. Same way, vak vyavaharaha. Vag vyavaharaha. Vyavahara means transaction. Transaction, vyavahara. Vak means speech. So, what do you mean by vag vyavahara? Vag vyavahara means communication. Simple meaning is communication. Why? You are transacting with your words. No, you are saying something, the other person is saying something. Vak is being transacted through vak. Therefore, vag vyavahara. Again, the ka is becoming ga. C1 is changing to C3. Why? Because vyavahara starts with va and va is antastha. Yavarala. Right? Same way, go forward. Dik Brahmaha. Dig Brahmaha. Dik means directions, disha. Directions are called as dik. Brahma means confusion. Confusion, Brahmaha. So, ka is C1. Bha is C4. Pa, C4. Therefore, when dik plus Brahmaha, ka will change to its C3, dig Brahmaha, dig Brahmaha. Jagat Guruhu, Jagad Guruhu. Jagad Guruhu. Same way, Satguruhu also. Sat plus Guruhu. Sadguruhu. Sadguruhu. Why? Sat means good, noble. Guru is teacher. Sadguruhu. We don't write Satguru like this. It's not ta plus ga. This is not correct according to Sanskrit. Why? Because when ta comes followed by ga, ga is C3. Ta is C1. When C1 is followed by C3, that C1 also will change to C3. It's corresponding C3. So, because ta is there, ta's corresponding C3 is ta, tha, da. It will change to the and then only it will be written. Okay? Sadguruhu. Sometimes this Sadguru, when it is written in English, no, it is written as Sad Guruhu. Because SAD, no, the difference is not there. So if you read a Sad Guru, no, it is not Sad Guru, it is Sadguru. Right? Sadguruhu. Jagat Guruhu. Jagat plus Guruhu, Jagat Guruhu. Now, some for your practice, please write down and do it now. I am not going to give this as homework. Do it now, we will see. Mahat plus idam. First one is Mahat plus idam. Second is Swargat api. Swargat plus api. Prak plus eva. Prak plus eva. Tat plus api. Tat plus api. Sat plus gunaha. Sat plus gunaha. Asmat plus vachana. Vachanat. Asmat plus vachanat. Mahat plus yashaha. Mahat plus yashaha. Up plus dhihi. Up plus dhihi. Now take 2 minutes and write the answers, then we will see the answers also. All right. Let us see the answers. Mahat plus idam, mahadidam. Ta followed by E, which is swara. Ta will change to the. Mahadidam. Mahadidam tapo ramanavagiyam. Last verse of Upadeshara. Mahadidam tapaha ramanavagiyam. Mahadidam. Swargat plus api, swargadapi. Ta will change to the. Janani janma bhumischa swargadapi gariyasi. Famous quotation. Swargadapi, swargat api. Even than heaven. Gariyasi is greater. What? The motherland is greater than even the heaven. And also the mother. Mother janani janma bhumischa. Right. Prak before eva, prageva. Before itself. Prak eva means before itself. Prageva. Tat plus api, tadapi. Very often used word. Tadapi. 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 Tadapi means what? Even then. Still. That's the meaning. Still. This is like this. Tadapi. Even then. Tadapi. Sat plus gunaha. Sadgunaha. Sat plus gunaha. Sadgunaha. Ta C1. Gunaha ga C3. C1 followed by C3. That C1 will change to its corresponding C3. Sadgunaha. Please remember this. Its corresponding C3 it is changing to. See here. Ta is C1. It is followed by ga, which is C3 of kakha ga, that group. Sat, ta will not change to ga. Ta will change to its corresponding C3. Ta, tha, da. It will only change to that. So, sadgunaha. Sadgunaha. Asmat plus vachanat. Asmad vachanat. From this promise. Asmad vachanat. The. Mahat plus yashaha. Mahat means great. Yashaha means success or fame. Mahadyashaha. Great success, great fame. Mahadyashaha. Up plus dhihi. Abdhihi. Up means water. Water. Up. Up is also another pratipadika for water. Dhihi means collection. A huge collection is called dhihi. Nidhihi. That's the meaning. Abdhihi means what? Great collection of water. What is that? Ocean. So, Abdhihi is the name of the, it means ocean. So, what has happened here? Pa has changed to ba. Pa, pa, ba. Why? Because followed by dhi. Dhi is C4. And therefore, C1 has changed to C3. Clear? Abdhihi. Abdhihi means ocean. So, what is happening here? What is happening here? When padante jhal, when at the end of the pada, jhal basically here means C1, 2, 3, 4 is followed by any swara, any semi-vowel or any C3, C4, C5, then that jhal will change to jash. Jash means C3. In other words, what is happening, to remember it like this. It is coming to the center. If you see C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, okay, C3 is in the center, right? So, when followed by swara, that is vowels, semi-vowels or the second half, the latter portion, it is coming to the center. We will see if it is followed by the former portion, it will come to its left, that is first C1. And if it is followed by the last one, it will be converted into last one. We will see all that. But right now, just remember it is coming to the center, C3, Jabagada-dash. It is coming to the center, Jabagada-dash. Alright. Now, to this rule, Jhalam, Jasho'nte, there are some extensions, etc., which we will see now. But before we see that, first, please note, there is one more Sandhi rule, which is called as Jhalam Jash Jashi. Please repeat. Jhalam just jhashi. Jhalam just jhashi. Jhalam just jhashi. What does it do? What Jhalam Jasho'nte did, same thing it does, but inside the word. See, Jhalam Jasho'nte is ante Jhalam, isn't it? If it is at the padanta, if it is at the end of the pada. But if it comes within the pada, then Jhalam just jashi is used. Sandhi rule is different. Sandhi, what is happening is same only. Therefore, I am not explaining this again. Just keep it in mind. Basically, that also is converting into jash only, C3 only. Same thing is happening, but Jhalam Jasho'nte, it happened outside the word. Jhalam just jashi makes it happen inside the word. That is the difference. Alright. Now, this is only for note. Now, let us go to extension. Extension means what? After Jhalam Jasho'nte has happened, there is something else also which may happen in some cases. What is that? First sandhi is called as Jhayoho Anyatarasyam. Please repeat. Jhayoho Anyatarasyam. Jhayoho Anyatarasyam. Jhayoho Anyatarasyam. What is it saying? Anyatarasyam optionally. Jhayaha. Ha and visarga is there. That is Shashti Vibhakti of ha. Hasya. Jhayaha parasya hasya va purva savarna hasyat. What are you talking? See. First of all, let us understand that this is also hal sandhi, bahis sandhi, but it is vikalpa sandhi. Anyatarasyam. Va is there optionally. Means what? The previous sutra which happened, Jhalam Jasho'nte, that will happen. After that happens, optionally something else may happen. What is it that is happening? When Jhaya, what is Jhaya? Jhabagadadash, Jhabanya Ghadadash, Jhabagadadash, Khapa Chatata Chatatau, Kapaya. C1, C2, C3, C4, what we have already seen. That same C1, C2, C3, C4, when followed by ha, specifically to ha. Earlier it was for all swaras and all the semi-vowels and C3, C4, C5, everything. Now in that one particular thing is taken ha. Why? Because ha is, you remember, it comes both places. You can't call it as antastha. You can't just call it as ushmana also. So remember what? When it is followed by ha, ha may change to jash. Jash is C4. When C1, C2, C3, C4 is followed by ha, according to the previous sutra, the C1, C2, C3, C4 will change to C3. That is correct. That has happened. Now after that, optionally, ha also may change to C4. You understand what is happening? So there is some adesha which happened on the purva pada. Something is happening to parapada also. Okay, let us see the example, then we will understand. Vak plus harihi. Vak plus harihi. Now here you see ka is followed by ha. Alright, ka is C1. Ha is part of ash. Hayavaratlan is part of ash. So, ka will change to ga according to Jhalam Jasho'nte. Correct? And therefore, what will be the answer? Vagharihi. Vagharihi. Now this sutra says what? When it is followed by ha, that ha may change to not hers, the previous one C4. So, ga is C3 for ka. Ka, kha, ga, gha. That ha will change to gha. And therefore the answer will be Vagharihi. Vagharihi. Ka is changing to ga. Okay. This is by previous sutra Jhalam Jasho'nte. Now what? This ha is changing to C4 of the same, of the previous one only, Purva Savarna only, Ka only, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha. So Purva Pada is changing to C3 and Parapada is changing to C4. Two changes may happen. This is optional sutra. Up to here this is compulsory. This is optional. This may happen. Alright. Alright. Now, what? One more thing you should remember. Whenever they say it may happen, generally it happens. Means what? Usually the people use this sandhi and they write like this only. Vagharihi. Okay. If you see, it is very interesting. Suppose in your laptop or mobile, you try to type this Vagharihi. You try to type, okay, Va, Vag, Ga and Harihi. When you try to type this, Ga and Ha will become Gha automatically. You check. In your laptop, in your phones, etc., Ga plus Ha will automatically become Gha. Okay. So you can't write Vagharihi. Ga plus Ha will become Gha. So what sutra is telling? Ga and then Ha will change to Gha. Vagharihi, if you have to write, you can write. Why? Because there is one more Ga which will be added here. Na? Gha is GH. So Vagharihi you can write. Vagharihi you cannot write. Okay. So you will see that though it is optional, but it is used. So what is this sutra telling? First Jhalam Jasho'nte will apply. And it will change the Purva Pada to C3. Yes, correct. Now it will change Parapada to C4. Two changes are happening. First, one sutra is making change in Purva Pada, Purva Rupa, and another thing is making change in Pararupa. Purva Rupa is first letter in the Sandhi. Pararupa is second letter in the Sandhi. So these two things also may happen. Optional, but generally used. Another example, Dig Hasti. Dig Hasti. This is because of Jhalam Jasho'nte. Ka is changing to Ga. And now that Ha is changing to Gha and Dig Hasti. Dig Hasti. Okay. Not very often used, but we should know. Jhayoho anyatarasyam. Jhayoho anyatarasyam. Alright. So Jhalam Jasho'nte, Jhalam Jashi for internal, Jhayoho anyatarasyam, extension when Ha, followed by Ha only. All other times Jhalam Jasho'nte will work normally. Now, one more extension is there for Jhalam Jasho'nte, and it is very interesting sutra, very long sutra. Please say after me. Yaro nu nasike nu nasiko va. Yaro nu nasike nu nasiko. Yaro nu nasike nu nasiko va. Yaraha anunasike anunasikah va. Okay. Yaraha plus anunasike, yaro plus anunasike is written as yaronunasike. By which sandhi? By which sandhi? We have seen earlier. Yaro plus anunasike becomes yaronunasike by the sandhi called engaf padanta dati. Remember? Same way, anunasike plus anunasiko becomes anunasike anunasiko. Again avagraha comes. Why? By the same sandhi engaf padanta dati. Padanta o, padanta e followed by a. Then that a is dropped, and because that a is dropped, avagraha comes there to show that a is dropped. Yaro nu nasike nu nasiko va. Please say yaro nu nasike nu nasiko va. What is the sutra telling? Yaraha padantasya, at the end of the pada, anunasike pare, when followed by anunasika. What is anunasika? C5, yamangananam, where you use the nose, anunasika, following the nasal sound. Then anunasika vasyat. Then it will change to anunasika. What do you mean? So before we go there, please understand, this is hal sandhi, of course, bahis sandhi because padanta is there, just like Jhalam Jasho'nte. It is vikalpa / nitya. I will tell you why. Because I told you already also, vikalpa, but generally becomes nitya only. And there is another reason also why nitya. And adesha, in place of one thing, second thing is coming. Now what is it saying? Yar, yavarat, lan, yamagananam, jhabanya, gadadas, jabardast, everything. So for now you understand it as jaya. Here is basically jaya, C1, C2, C3, C4, what we have been seeing. When followed by anunasika, then that jaya will become anunasika. C1, C2, C3, C4, when followed by C5, then that C1, C2, C3, C4 also will become C5. Alright. Example, Jagat plus Natha. See, Ta is C1, Natha is C5, Na. Now what should happen? Jhalam Jasho'nte should come and Ta should change to Da. Correct? It will happen. After it happens, it will further change to C5. Jagannatha. So what is happening here? Ta is changing to Da, which is further changing to Na. C1 is changing to C3, which is further changing to C5. When followed by C5. Any C5 it can follow. Not necessarily Na only. Okay. It can be Ma. It can be Ya. It can be Nga. It can be Na. It can be any C5. Then that first letter will not only change to C3, but can optionally change to C5 also, vikalpa. Va is there, no? Va. Okay, but as I told you, though it is Va, it is used. You will always see Jagannatha. You will never see Jagadnatha. Never you will see that. Jagannatha, very famous, Puri Jagannatha. Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatume. Jagannatha. Who is Jagannatha? Jagataha Nathaha. Jagat is world. Natha means protector. Protector of the entire world. Jagat plus Nathaha. Jagannathaha. So what happens? C1 changes to C3 because of Jhalam Jasho'nte, and further it changed to C5 because of Yaronu Nasikenu Nasikova. More examples. Vak plus Moolam. Vak plus Moolam. First Jhalam Jasho'nte will work, Vag Moolam. But then Yaronu Nasikenu Nasikova will convert that G into Ng. K, K, G, G, Ng. Here you can see this Vak is followed by Ma. Ma is C5. It need not be its C5. It need not be in that same group. It can be any C5. When followed by Anunasika, the previous letter also is changing to Anunasika. Its corresponding Anunasika. K, K, G by Jhalam Jasho'nte. G, Ng by Yaronu Nasikenu Nasikova. Vang Moolam. Vang Moolam, that which has got its root in the speech. Vang Moolam. Vak means speech. Moola means root, cause. Vang Moolam. Vangmayaha. You must have heard the word Vangmayaha. Vangmayaha is generally used in the meaning of literature. Marathi Vangmay, Sanskrit Vangmayaha. So that also same. Shat Mukhaha. Shat means 6. Mukha means heads, faces. First, because of Jhalam Jasho'nte, ta will change to da. Ta, tha, da, C3, Shad Mukha. But then, because of Yaro Nunasike Nunasikova, da will further change to na. Shan Mukha. Who is Shan Mukha? Kartikeya. Kartikeya. Shanmukha, Lord Shiva's son, Kartikeya. Shanmukha, he has got 6 heads. Shanmukha. As I said, it is optional but generally used. Very famous. Chit plus Mayaha. Chidmayaha. First, ta changes to the because of Jhalam Jasho'nte. But further that the will change to na. Chinmayaha. Chinmayaha. Chinmayaha means the one who is full of consciousness. Chit means consciousness. Maya means full of. Now, in this case, I don't know if you have noticed the change, but there is a difference the way it is written. In all other previous 3, I had written optional. Here I have not written optional. Why? Because there is a Vartika which says Pratyaye bhashayam nityam. Bhashayam, while in the usage, Pratyaye, when it is a Pratyaya, then nityam, then it must, it is no more optional. Maya, Mayaha is a Mayat Pratyaya. So when Pratyaya is there, then that Takara will not remain Dakara at all, not even optionally. See, this technically it is still possible to keep it as Jagadnatha, Vagmulaha, Shadmukha. It is possible. Whether somebody uses that option or not, but it is possible. But in this case, it is not even possible. Why? Because Pratyaye Bhashayam Nityam. This sutra will become Nitya and therefore Dakara will change to Nakara. Chinmayaha, Vangmayaha. It is compulsory when Mayat Pratyaya is used. Okay. Sanmayaha. Sat plus Mayaha, Sanmayaha. Full of existence. Alright. So this Vartika is there. Vartika earlier also we have seen what does Vartika do. Whatever Sandhi, not Sandhi, whatever Sutra is there, it explains, adds the meaning, corrects the meaning. Isn't it? All those things. Uktam, Anuktam, Duruktam. It, whatever is said, it explains. Whatever is not said, it will add. Duruktam, whatever is said, it will correct. So though the sutra says Va, this Vartika adds one more point. In Pratyaya, it is no Va, it is no optional, it is compulsory. Alright, so this is what will happen. Jhalam Jasho'nte, Jhalam Jashi will convert into C3. We'll bring it to the center. Jhayoho Anyatarasyam Para Rupa. The second ha will be changed to C4. And now this Anunasika, Yaro Nunasika Nunasika says, when followed by Anunasika, it will change to Anunasika, C5. So we have seen when it becomes C3 and when it becomes C5. In the next class, we will see when it becomes C1. Okay, with that one flow of sutras will be over. Then we will take something else also. Okay, please remember these sutras. Don't worry too much about, see in Ach Sandhi, every sutra is very much important because so many times it is coming. All these sutras are rarely used, and even if you don't remember the sutra name, it is okay, you should know what is happening. C1, C2, C3, C4 comes back to C3. Right? Or goes to C5 if it is followed by C5. If this much you remember, that is sufficient. Alright? Chalo. Let us conclude. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಹರಿ ಓಂ.